Good evening, students. I know it's late, and midterm exams are just around the corner. I wouldn't call upon you if this wasn't of the utmost importance. My staff and I were recently informed that some of you have shown a little too much enthusiasm in your demonology studies. I've received reports of advanced rituals being performed without supervision from a professor or myself. I invite the culprit to step forward and face me, although I doubt they have the courage. Just know that I will find you. It is only a matter of time. Due to your recklessness, the entity you summoned into this college has claimed the lives of 3 different students. Your actions will have severe consequences. This I can assure you. But first, the threat that lurks among us must be destroyed. None of us are safe until this happens. Lucky for you, I have him right here. Do not panic, students, and do not show him your fear. That is what he wants. It sustains him. Everyone please remain calm. He is bound by a spell of my own invention. The more he moves, the tighter it will restrict him. He's not going anywhere. Now, let's begin. Lesson 1. If you're going to be foolish enough to summon a demonic entity without supervision, at least know how to contain it and keep it under your control. Otherwise, disaster is inevitable. Our new guest here is restrained by my shackles, but in case of the small chance I underestimate him, he is also sealed inside a powerful summoning circle. If he tries to leave it, he'll find himself in a great deal of agony. Now, if you will pardon me, students, I will ask that you remain completely silent as I interrogate the demon and conduct my research. Your assignment is to take notes on what I do and hopefully gain a better understanding of what we're truly dealing with. Do not speak with me or it, especially it. Incubi will try to seduce you with their eyes and their beauty. As long as you resist and keep distance from him, his tactics won't work. Are you listening over there? I know you're conscious. Look at me. So you're the demon filth who has been terrorizing my students. I know you're used to your victims being afraid of you, but I can assure you I am not. I am Saren, the founder and Archmage of this college. And you are? Not much for words, No matter. I've summoned you here to make an example of you. I'm aware that I cannot kill you. That immortality of yours would be a burden to most. However, I see it as an opportunity to be creative. I believe gracing you with a swift death is entirely too merciful after all the suffering you've caused. Sealing you away for eternity is a much better fate for you, trapped in the loneliest corner of the void, nearly starved to death but unable to die. My excitement grows the more I think of it. Answer me this, demon. Ever try feeding on someone who can actually challenge you? Now's your chance. If you can ensnare me and bend my will, I will have no choice but to let you go. But if you fail, we do things my way. And I assure you, it will not be pleasant. You have much to atone for. So go ahead, show me your power, if you can. Remove your chains. Don't make me laugh. You don't deserve an equal playing field. You certainly didn't allow that for my students before you fed on them, now did you? Did you? No. You will do as I ask, confined as you are. And if you fail, that is not my problem. It's yours. Now go ahead, filth. Challenge me if you can. Take notes, students. See the fear in his eyes. This is a rare look for an incubus. It's not often they get a taste of their own medicine. The filth knows he is in grave danger. He may be an abomination, but he isn't stupid. This is why we must never let our guard down. All right, demon. Your pathetic little stare isn't working, nor are the whispers you've been trying to force into my head. Do you understand now? You are outclassed, outmatched. Your power is useless. Something I should also mention is that the circle you are standing in is draining your abilities as we speak. You will never be the same after this. Never. You'll find that your regeneration abilities have slowed drastically. If I wish it, I can bring them to a halt. But I'd much rather keep you alive. I could get a lot of use out of you. Perhaps I should keep you as my pet. Chain you down and let the students use you as a target. Oh, the possibilities are endless. And I wouldn't have to keep buying new mannequins. What do you think, class? It seems they like this idea. How unfortunate for you. Now, moving on to Lesson 2. Now that the demon has been put in its place and is not capable of escaping us, we must determine its weaknesses. To do this, we must also understand what makes it thrive, as well as its motives. To deprive an immortal creature of the thing that gives it energy to function is the ultimate torture. In this case, the incubi and succubi gain their power through pleasure as well as blood. It is well known that the longer these entities are deprived of sex, the weaker they become. They need it just as we humans need food and water. Aside from sustaining itself, the incubi hunt and terrorize humans for their own amusement. Some have ability to feed on your fear. Some do it simply because they can and they think it's fun. The more emotion you give them, the more dangerous they become. And lastly, regarding motives, like all species, these entities wish to reproduce, make more of their kind and spread their dark influence across the world. This is why they do not deserve the slightest bit of mercy or restraint from us. They cannot be trusted. Do you understand, students? Good. We should also cover how it goes about obtaining its goals. These creatures are slippery little bastards, hunting quietly and subtly. So subtle that you're not even aware it's happening to you until it's too late. Initially, the victims of demons shrug their first few encounters off as a dream. After all, how can one truly believe that something like this could ever happen in real life? However, when it comes to this particular monstrosity, there are usually repeated assaults. These attacks lead to deteriorated health, tiredness as they suck out your life force, and eventually death. It is their goal to devour and even impregnate their victims. If they can survive the repeated attacks, they can later give birth to a cambion, a half-human, half-demon. Obviously, this is something we must fight to prevent. The last thing we need is more of their offspring threatening our kind. Like humans, demons have a unique set of shortcomings along with the common ones they all share. They can share similar faults to vampires, such as weakness to sunlight, which is why most hunt in the evening. Our guest, however, has been active during both the day and the night, so we can rule out that he is no lesser demon. Lesser or not, all demons can be warded off by prayer, holy items, or exorcism. The weaker ones may only require some of these tactics, while their superiors will require all three, plus a powerful team of sorcerers to see it along. I wonder how powerful this one is. You're clearly not a lord, or you'd be giving me much more trouble. Or perhaps you're trying to hide your abilities from us. That won't last. I plan on keeping you here until I've extracted every single secret from your dark little mind, demon. You will tell me where you hail from, who rules you, and what your true name is. Speaking of students, this is important. This breed of demon loses a great deal of its power if you can recite its name. Not the name he gives you on the street or in the bedroom, but his true given name, the one bestowed on him by his creator. Incubi go a great deal out of their way to keep their name a secret, because they know it is a threat to their very being. What an odd and pathetic weakness to have. I don't assume this one will answer my questions willingly or easily, so it is time I must dismiss you now, students. I'd rather not subject you to the way I must speak to our guest in efforts to loosen his tongue. You've had enough nightmares recently. Hopefully this lesson was effective and educational for you all. I only wish it didn't have to happen under such unfortunate circumstances. The memorial for your fallen classmates will be held tomorrow evening at dusk. I expect you all to attend. Until then, back to studying you go. Go on. Off with you all now. You are all safe to wander the corridors once more. I am not letting this abomination out of my sight. Class dismissed. Now, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Which would you prefer, demon? I know what I'd choose. You killed 3 of my students. I should take 3 of your limbs. Which ones could you do without, I wonder? There's something else I could take from you. I could make it so you never have the ability to reproduce ever again, among other things. Do you understand the gravity of the situation you're in, filth? Answer my questions, or your suffering will be legendary. By the time I'm done with you, you'll be nothing but my cockless, subservient thrall. The perfect target for my students and myself to practice our spells on. Unable to die, only able to feel the agony we bring upon you. How does that sound? You don't like it? I didn't think so. Then talk. How did you get inside the dormitories? The students' living quarters are protected by a powerful ward, repelling any dark forces that try to pass through. I enforced them myself. Wait a moment. That means you appeared from the inside. The student who summoned you did so in their own bedroom. Ugh, how foolish can one be? Tell me who it is, demon. I know you're keeping them alive. The ritual to summon you is exceptionally complicated. This was clearly performed by one of my prodigies. At least that narrows it down. Did this student act alone, or are there accomplices? Just them. Interesting. And you've kept them alive thus far. Why spare the summoner, but claim the lives of their peers? Are you bound to this individual in some way? That's the only logical reason I can come up with as to why you wouldn't just... If you won't answer me, then fine. I can simply just delve into your mind, your memories. I can see anything I want to. All I have to do is this. Oh, pardon. I forgot to mention that this will be excruciating for you. I don't intend to prod gently. I'm going to tear your mind apart, if that's what it takes to get the information I need. Stop resisting and make this easier on yourself. There we go. Let's observe. I see. The dormitories. A student weeps in isolation, tears falling onto the pages of the open tomes beneath them. I hear angry words, a plot for revenge, a curious, inexperienced mind. They seek an intimate bond before understanding the harsh consequences that will follow. Now I see you, accosting them, threatening them, cursing their very name. But it appears the apprentice is gifted with wit and a silver tongue. You've made a pact with them, a trade, one life for several. It looks like you've had enough. If I spend any more time in your head, it could explode off your shoulders. I jest. Maybe. I've seen what I've needed to see. There is much more to speculate here, but at least I know who the culprit is now. Tomorrow I will bring your summoner in for questioning, and then they will be banished from the grounds. As it stands, I am unsure what that means for you, but I will decide that soon enough. Now, I've wasted enough time here with you for one day. Unfortunately, I cannot let you remain conscious. For the safety of myself and my students, I shall put you in a deep state of slumber until I have use for you again. Sweet dreams, demon.